What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. In case you missed my video yesterday on the top 10 cards to pick up before the Megaton/Banlist drops, there's 8% bonus bucks back right now on TCG players. Try saying that 5 times fast. So there's extra incentive to be shopping over on TCG Player this weekend. And if you are, please be using my link down in the description below. It's the very first link on these videos, and whenever you use it, you support the channel directly, costing you nothing at all for cards you'd already be buying. And if we hit a certain amount of people using this code, I'm going to be doing completely free to enter giveaways here on the channel. All you have to be doing is paying attention to the videos and commenting in the comment section whenever I say there is a giveaway thanks to these. So, that being said, let's get into today's Market Watch, starting with Dark Neostorm. After the special editions, we have one of our first buyouts, Sutff Mining. Now, the interesting thing about Sutff Mining is it wasn't underprinted. It was actually a higher ratio for a secret rare in printings. So it's rather easy to pull, but people that are playing it tend to play it in multiple copies, likely a 3 of, because it's a searcher for Cyverse. And of course, with the anime typing being Cyverse, the whole point of the show, yeah, it has a future pretty high ceiling, and people have gone for it. We have Marinsis on the horizon. We have, of course, the legacy of the Duelist promos that will change Cyverse and really help them out. And it seems like the calm before the storm has really just spiked out Sutff Mining. Now, the lowest one yesterday was $38. We see one brave soul listing it at $36. Oh, thank you for your work. But I think we'll see a lot of this, a lot of undercutting, and we'll see it fall back down towards probably $30. And over on eBay, it's already towards $33, with Simply Unlucky being one of the lowest. That's kind of funny. So whenever we're looking at buyouts like this that are fresh, there's just so many quantities on market. It's not going to last. And it can even just be one person deciding, okay, I'm going to invest in this for a bit. I think the legacy of the Duelist promos are amazing. And it's not even an intentional buyout. It could just be them getting their own stock hoard of Sutff Minings, and it ends up looking like an intentional buyout. There's different ways that this can go, and I think we'll see it fall back on the market for now. But to note, the rest of Dark Neostorm is falling, so there is definitely something that's going to end up going up out of the offseason and holding value. No material was highly understated. When Konami gave us those top 10 side deck cards from the YCS, and no material was in third place despite how everyone was trying to make it look like not that good of a card. Oh yeah, and it's still going down here during the offseason, so I think this is actually an amazing pickup right now as it heads towards $20. And I also don't think Orcust is going to get slammed too bad on the list, because it's relatively in its infancy. So I think that Dengirsu is also starting to look like a decent pickup, but I also understand Banlist fears. Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood, of course, is getting its reprint, and then you get into Avermax, who is mostly a one-of in the extra deck that people are even like having to consider dropping because you already have Borreload, Boreal Sword, and now another big boy who actually is Battles of Legends' first freaking huge buyout with Lackluster Soldier of Chaos. Man, $32 freaking dollars. Are you kidding me? I think the quantities will be way too high. Battles of Legend is such a open set that I do not see this price lasting, even though I think he's an amazing card. I would have thought Almirage would have been the card that people went after, but it's not as short printed, so I guess the quantities will fall back on market a little less for this, but considering it's opening freaking weekend, quantities are going to clamor for this card back onto people wanting to undercut. But it's even more expensive on eBay right now. Lowest listing is $35, so TCG player taking a win after this fallout, but for good reasons. I think we'll see people list and list again, and it'll quickly fall back towards $20 in my opinion. Everything else is starting to bottom out from this set, and it's quite interesting. Lambda already back down towards 10. Widow Anchor under $10. I think this is awesome. Pankratops holding value early on. People, I guess, recognize from the last Battles of Legend, all right, the foil stuff of really good meta, it's gonna get value over time, and Pankratops is just managing the hold here. Ferris falling towards 5. There's plenty of things to be looking around for here, and Lancia I did not see you being at 4. Wow, you're doing pretty good. Summon limit is at a little under 1 per box pull, so being not even guaranteed in a box and people being after playsets, it's holding its value as a side deck card. Everything about the set is pretty interesting in terms of how it's falling out, and we'll keep up with it. Now, Double Evolution Pill was in my top 10 cards to pick up before the ban list, and people seem to be under the impression that it is getting reprinted in a speed duel set. I want to clear that up because the Double Evolution Pill skill, that's a different card than Double Evolution Pill. While it's bolded in here, and you could imagine it might be in this set because of that, currently it is not confirmed. It is a skill that is in the set, and I could even see Konami thinking that, wow, having 2 cards named Double Evolution Pill would be pretty confusing, right? So, it's not confirmed. People in the comment section was saying it was confirmed. I just want to clear up that misconception and misinformation. Right now, it is not confirmed for reprint yet. Moving on, we have the Magical Musket Max out of Battles of Legend, also just completely tanking despite being 1 per box. It's just kind of goes to show it's a very specific duelist that has all the Magical Musket cards together and is really seeking out this card. I could see it going up over time from the price of only a sweet $2, but man, it really bottomed out fast, and that's an amazing deal to go ahead and get. I wanted to talk about Dupo real quick. Yes, one of the most open sets of 2019. We thought it was the best set, and Konami's just surpassed it time and time again this year, and there's no beating Duel Devastator, at least I don't think, unless the Megaton promos are insane. But it's a $30 MSRP box. It still has 1 card beating its MSRP, despite being short printed, but that's the sign of a good set overall. But look at the front page. This is just something to note. Evenly matched, holding in there. Ash Blossom getting reprinted, Borlo Dragon going to get reprinted again over in the Rocket Structure deck. You then have Ghost Spell getting reprinted in Dude as well, Ghost Ogre getting reprinted in Dude, and then Cardinalize. So the front page is slowly going to get eliminated in terms of value. Now where Dupo shines is there's tons of $1 to $2 to $3 cards, but you're paying $1 per card to open this, and something's got to give in terms of value. I don't think this set is just going to stay bottomed out, and I think certain cards are going to start to spike in price from Dupo, while these other ones start to completely lose their value thanks to Duel Devastator. So I think cards locked behind this $30 paywall, this is one of your final chances, in my opinion, to get a lot of them, such as Nasher, such as the Link Reigns import cards that are imported into this set specifically and still behind that paywall. And we've been seeing them rise for a bit, and we've been seeing them lose their quantities. This is one of your last chances to really look at these cards before somewhere in the market something gives and the lost value gets replaced by those other cards. That's just my opinion on it. Do you think it can stay bottomed out from the quantities of this mass open set? I don't know. Now, talking about banlist speculations. Heartbeast Feather Duster keeps coming into the conversation, and there's only one way that I see it happening, and that's kind of an indirect check, if they heavily hit all the other main decks, to Guru Control and Altergeist, and as well as Sky Strikers, actually. It's pretty good against them as well. But almost every single copy of this is pretty expensive, and I could see it getting a non-reprint, kind of like how BLS didn't get too much love after it peeled off to 3. I could see it not being the easiest thing to get. So people suggesting to get it right now, I see why. The SDD Prismatic Secret is a really nice look, but I also like the Legendary Collection Secrets as well, but they're up there. We see the lowest near mint tiers at 15. For some reason, this guy thinks this was made in 1996, huh? But it's cheaper over here on TCG Player, Yugi's World, $13.65, and then Joey's World, surprisingly, more expensive. Legendary Duelist Sister of the Roses, I've noticed, has become a really good value for its box. $35 on its sealed box, and you have 3 ultra rares getting up there. Like, I think Juggernaut is a pretty good overall investment. I think there's just going to be a time where you stack and stack into it, and it's going to be a cheese OTK that takes a YCS. But Harpy Perfumer, people have been talking about the Harpy deck. I think it's okay. I don't think it's going to be taking over or anything, but people really love that original season of Yu-Gi-Oh! And the fact that there's a chance at it being competitive, people are kind of flocking towards it. And then, of course, Urgent Schedule, just an insanely busted card as well. So this is starting to look like a better buy as the prices start to ramp up. And of course, there's tons of sleeper cards in here, slash really amazing arts that are just nice to have on top of it. So if you're looking for value to bust open and actually go for a sealed product, this isn't awful. Cyber Emergency, a lot of people are looking at this and saying, all right, the Cyber Dragon cards are coming out on the Megatons. Should I get this? Shouldn't I get this? And it's floating around 25. I don't think it's going to go insane again. I don't think it's going to go towards that $40 mark, but I do think there will be a drive in demand from people packing this in the Megatons and saying, all right, it's time to get the rest. I really don't know where it's going to land, though. I want a reprint for this card, but until we get it, I don't see price coolant happening for it. Similarly, we were just talking about BLS. They've gone down in price over time. It originally got hyped from Burning Abyss and getting teched in there, and it's gone down. So if you're looking for your GOAT decks, you have a hollow foil version that actually doesn't cost as much as it did. You know, it's still a lot, $7 a copy, but it's nice. I could see this being reprinted in Dude since they are going back, though. They're going back to cards like Wave Motion Cannon, Spell Canceller. I really hope they do include Blackluster Soldier in Dude, so I might wait for that and see if it does get in there. And talking finally about Banlist speculation, Zodiac. This card gets bought out over and over, but there's something else I've noticed that's been creeping up as of late, and that's rate first edition Zodiac Barrage. You have access to the Megaton ones at like $1 and some change. The lowest first editions of this are towards the $5 mark, and I find that interesting because it does quickly go up. People are starting to enjoy playing past formats more and more, and Zodiac comes up as one of them because a lot of duelists that get bored of this format start to go back to the mirror matches that took time, took skill, and Zoo actually is one of the very skilled mirror matches, and there's a lot of people who enjoy this more so the final era right before Master Rule 4 and then transitioned into it. I think it's just, I find it nothing but interesting because you do have similar secret rare copies at such a lower price. Like, is first at original really all that matters? Well, yeah, for collectors, a lot of the time it is. Whenever you're going for fully hollowing out past format decks, that's why those kinds of quantities disappear off the market. And at one point, you know, this was an $80+ card. So this, in retrospect, does seem like a pretty good deal for the first at original. But if you're thinking about making this past format deck, with that in mind, it does seem like getting it sooner than later would be good. I don't think they would peel anything off of this for the ban list. A lot of people for some reason want it to. I don't think that Konami, after seeing Japanese locals ban certain cards on their own, would really take a step back towards this deck. But they did it for True Draco, so ban lists are always speculation. You never know what's in Konami's mind. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. A final note, I just want to say, take some time to invest in yourself. Lift some weights, do some cardio, take your daily vitamins, take care of your dental hygiene and hygiene in general. Invest in you. But if you want to invest in me, like I said, you can use my link in the description down below when shopping TCG players for these cards. Subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation, and we'll see you in the next one.